Hello students, today we discuss chapter number 4th, materials, metals and non-metals. In the last video, we had read about the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Let us in this video get information about chemical properties of metals and non-metals. Metals react with oxygen, water, air and acids. When iron comes in contact with the atmospheric oxygen and moisture, it comes rusty. It means it converts into oxides. Ferrous with react oxygen, it converts its oxide. Similarly, when we burn magnesium ribbon in the presence of oxygen, it converts into magnesium oxide. Magnesium, presence of oxygen, it converts magnesium oxide. When the ashes of magnesium oxide are dissolved into water, it converts into magnesium hydroxide. To check the property of magnesium hydroxide, whether it is acidic or basic, we can test it with the help of litmus paper. You will observe that red litmus paper will turn into blue. With the help of this activity, we are able to understand that metals react with oxygen and they form basic oxides. Now, let us see the reaction of metals with water. Metals, when react with water, form basic oxides and heat is also released. Let us understand it with the help of an activity. Take a beaker of 250 ml, fill it half with cold water. Now carefully cut a small piece of sodium metal. Make it dry with the help of filter paper and now place it in a piece of cotton and put it in the beaker half filled with cold water. Students, you will observe that sodium react violently with cold water and it immediately catches fire. Now, if you touch the beaker, you will feel that the beaker is warm. If we test this solution for its acidic or basic nature with the help of litmus paper, we observe that red litmus paper turns blue. It shows that basic nature of the solution. It means metals react with water and form basic oxides. Children, you have observed that sodium reacts violently with water. That is why it is kept in kerosene oil. But children, we should remember that all metals do not react vigorously with water like sodium. Another metals like lead, copper, gold, silver do not react with water at all. Reaction of metals with acids. Now let us see that reaction of metals with acid. Metals react with acids and produce hydrogen gas. Let us understand this with an activity. Take 5 ml dilute sulfuric acid in a test tube. Take 20 ml of soap solution in a beaker. Now put some zinc granules in a test tube. We observe that reaction has started and some bubbles are formed. Now pass these bubbles into soap solution with the help of a delivery tube. Bring a burning matchstick near the bubbles coming out of the soap solution. We will see that the popping sound occurs with the gas present in soap bubbles comes in contact with burning matchstick. This shows the presence of hydrogen gas. Metals react with bases to form hydrogen gas and release heat. Let's understand it with the help of an activity. Take a test tube and make a fresh solution of sodium hydroxide. To make it, we can add 4 to 5 pellets of sodium hydroxide in 5 ml of water and the test tube. Your fresh solution of sodium hydroxide is now ready. Now put a piece of aluminium foil in this test tube. You will see that reaction has started. Now bring a burning matchstick near the mouth of the test tube. You will again hear popping sound. It means the gas produced here is hydrogen gas, because occurring of popping sound when a gas react with a burning matchstick is a characteristic feature of hydrogen gas. Dear students, now let us see reaction of non-metals with water. Generally, non-metals do not react with water, though they may be very reactive in air. Such non-metals are stored in water. For example, phosphorus is a very reactive non-metal. It catches fire if exposed to air. To prevent the contact of phosphorus with atmospheric oxygen, it is stored in water. Non-metals do not react with acids. Let us do an activity. Take a little amount of sulfuric powder in a test tube and add some drops of hydrogen sulfate. We will observe that there will be no change in the sulfur powder. It means non-metals do not react with acids. Students, now we will discuss about displacement reaction. To understand a displacement reaction, let us perform this activity. Take 5 100 ml beakers and label them as A, B, C, D and E. Now take about 50 ml of water in each beaker. In beaker A, we put copper sulphate and zinc granules. In beaker B, we put copper sulphate and iron nail. In beaker C, we put zinc sulphate and copper turning. In beaker D, we put iron sulphate and copper turnings. And in beaker E, we put zinc sulphate and iron nail. Keep these beakers undisturbed for some times. Now record your observations. After some time, we will observe different changes occur in these beakers. First of all, let us observe beaker A. In this beaker, zinc displaces copper from copper sulphate solution. That is why the blue color of copper sulphate solution disappeared and a powdery red mass of copper is deposited at the bottom of the beaker. Similarly, in beaker B, blue color of copper sulphate solution turns to green. In this beaker, iron sulphate is formed at the place of copper sulphate because iron displaces copper from its salt solution. You will observe that there are no changes in beaker C, D and E. Why? Because C and beaker E has zinc sulphate solution, but zinc is more reactive than copper, and iron, a more reactive metal, can replace a less reactive metal, but a less reactive metals cannot replace a more reactive metal. That is why copper and iron cannot replace zinc from its salt solution. Whereas in beaker D, we have iron sulphate solution and copper turning as iron is more reactive than copper. That is why copper cannot displace iron from iron sulphate solution. So dear students, displacement reaction is a chemical reaction in which our more reactive metal displaces our less reactive metal from its salt solution. Now discuss on non-metal react with oxygen. When non-metal react with oxygen, they form oxides which are acidic in nature. These oxides turn blue litmus paper into red. Let us understand this with the help of an activity. Take a small amount of powdered sulphur in a deflagrating spoon. Heat it on a flame. As soon sulphur started burning. introduce the spoon into a gas jar or a glass tumbler. Now cover the tumbler with lid to ensure that gas produced does not escape. Remove the spoon after some time. Add a small quantity of water into the tumbler and quickly replace the lid. Shake the tumbler well to dissolve sulfuric dioxide gas in water. Sulfur dioxide gas dissolved in water to form sulfurous acid. Now test this sulfurous acid with blue litmus paper. It turns blue litmus into red and it shows that it is an acid. So, with the help of this activity, we can conclude that non-metals react with oxygen to form acidic oxides. Now, uses of metals. Metals are used in the manufacturing of different machines. Metals can also be used in the manufacturing of vehicles. Aeroplanes, satellites, different industrial equipment, utensils and water boilers, etc. Now let us see some uses of non-metals. Oxygen, which is a non-metal, is essential for all living organisms for breathing as oxygen gas. Non-metal like nitrogen and phosphorus are used in fertilizers to enhance the growth of plants and increase the fertility of the soil. Chlorine, non-metal, is used to disinfect water as it kills germs. Non-metal are also used in the manufacturing of crackers, matchsticks, rat poison, dyes, fireworks and gunpowder. Students, I hope you have understood this chapter very well. Stay home, stay safe. Thanks.